development of CSUMB was actually something I knew a lot about even before I came. You know, I had a vested interest in the goals of the university and the sort of utopian sense that it would be this new mecca for a new kind of learning and teaching. Learning takes place between the teacher and the learner, and they're not tabula rasas, and they come in that room, in that department that you run, filled with knowledge. Just as community comes to you filled with knowledge. And your job is to match what you know with what they know. And then the learning is magnified. So I still believe in teaching that engages people in their own problem solving, that doesn't posit that the university holds the expertise, but perhaps facilitates knowledge. And remember, the whole process of it is this circular walking. So you have to get people to think in that way, so they need to approach something, and it has to be a really meditative, physical environment that attracts you to it. Art is always a practice that is ongoing. It never finishes. So when we teach these young people, we teach them for the long haul. You know, you're not going to graduate from here and then find it. You've got to have a set of practice that's continually changes so that when you reach my age, 66, you can look forward to continuing to make art. My work has evolved from being in a very localized community in the Mission District in San Francisco to a much more global community. I started out doing very traditional interpretations of spiritual practices like the ofrenda or the offering for the dead, the home yard shrines, the home altar. And then something happened and I started innovating on it. And then eventually my scholarly work changed my thinking, and I began to do work around the concept of a library or a laboratory. I'm very fascinated by how much the scientific and artistic creative process mimic each other. You know, the hypothecating, the testing of materials, the observation of phenomena, the synthesis of ideas. Those are, to me, what holds us all together. So I feel that I will never, never stop learning, and that's probably why I like to teach, and it clearly is why I want to make art. You know, as a process of leaving the university, because I'm retiring soon, I am reflecting on those 14 years, and I still believe that this university has an unfulfilled potential in respect to being a unique way of learning and unique place for learning. It's especially hard to walk away, not just from VPA, but from CSUMB when we're in such a difficult state. You know, the budget cuts, what I perceive on a much larger level to be the dismantling of the finest public school system in the world. I feel very strongly that is what is happening, and it is an outgrowth of conservative politics, of shifts in diversity, of people not being able to identify with the young and being willing to educate them. I somehow believe that what we've built here will last, and the proof of the pudding is that we just hosted a conference of over 100 participants coming from almost 30 or 40 schools who have all taken up this notion of art that is committed to public and community issues. So I feel as though our prophetic vision for CSUMB has actually come true. I think of the young junior scholars and faculty. I really have great faith in them that they will find the CSUMB they're looking for.